But now that you have the music, and how long does it take you to write enough stuff to put on a CD?
It took about 2 years. For me, one of the things I'm really proud about the CD, I wrote it by myself without any co-writers. So for 2 years, I was living life, and I kind of write in real time. Like I write these moments in time. The songs are written when I'm feeling what it is I'm discussing in the song. So it's all sort of done when it's happening.
Right. And was I right when I alluded to the biographical nature of some of the romantic circumstances depicted in the song?
Yeah.
Now, I wonder sometimes if that would be a deterrent, if maybe a guy would say, boy, I don't want a song written about me. Maybe I'll, you know what I mean? Maybe that'll does that ever come up?
Yeah, but you know, like this is the third album that I've been doing this.
Right.
So they had fair warning at this point.
Oh, you're just getting started, buddy. You're just getting started. You said a lot of this album is made out of 13 stories, 13 sleepless nights throughout your life.
Yeah.
Is it tough? I mean, I don't know how you do it. Do you just get up and go in the middle of your or you know, record something on your phone, or you jot something down, and you're like, this is something, I don't even know if it's good, I'm blurting it out. Or do you go like, oh, this has got a good hook?
I kind of do all of that.
Yeah, once.
I love writing songs, poems, stories, scripts. I love writing those things because there's a part of it that I don't quite understand how it comes to fruition. There's something so mysterious about writing, but I've found that the more I write, the more I keep writing. I don't know what's been going on, but in the last 6 or 7 years, I've just been constantly making things, and the more things I make, the happier I am.
Yeah.
So I've just continued to do it.
Yeah.
I'm just happy you guys like that.
No, we love it.
So yeah, some of them, sometimes it feels completely involuntary. Sometimes like your day is completely interrupted by a hook or a lyric or just a thing on piano, or sometimes you don't know what the place for it is going to be, but I just am always reaching for my phone and recording things.
And do you know Mastermind is going to be the 13th track?
Yeah.
Wow. That's meta. That's meta right there. That is so Mastermind.
You might say this is Taylor Swift's happy place, at the piano in her Nashville home.
There have been so many songs I've written at this piano.
Been sleeping so long in a 20-year dark.
And it's off in the middle of the night?
It's usually in the middle of the night. Or if I'm trying to get to sleep and I can't, and then I get an idea, and I'm like, well, I'm not tired anyway. And then kind of wander over here.
I think I was really in my feelings. I just get really in it when I'm writing a song, and I disappear into my phone because my phone is where I keep my notes and my phone is where I'm editing.
The field, I know I found someone to commit to.
Every time I wake up in the middle of the night, or every time I think of a title, or every time I think of a common phrase and flip it, I love doing that. I'll put it in my notes, but
yeah, there's a real speed to it too. Like it seems like writing a song has a kind of dynamic where you go, and you kind of have to keep going for many hours, a lot of the time, until it's done.
Yeah, I have to do that. Everyone's different with their writing. A lot of people are stop-start. I know people who will write a verse for one song and decide to just put it on another song. Or like, I like this chorus, but I like it with this pre-chorus from this song. And I'm like, I've never done that once. I kind of have to capitalize on the excitement of me getting that idea and see it all the way through, or else I'll leave it behind and I'll just assume it wasn't good enough.
Holy shit. Oh my God, did we just do like this whole verse and chorus?
The ideas are my favorite part of of everything that I do. That moment where you're like, oh, I know what it's called. Or you're like, I know what the hook is now.
And there's one point in the movie where you actually see on your face, you go like, because you have an idea. You get to see it.
Took the money in the bag and I stole
Took the money
in the bag and I stole the keys. That was the last time you ever saw me.
I remember when I used to get an idea when I was 12 years old in my room. I'd first get an idea and I'd be like, yes, idea. And then I'd get this like fear and almost sorrow that no one was ever gonna hear it. I'm never gonna get to make this into something. It's just mine, and like there's something cute about that, but like I wanna make something. Getting to capture on films, you know, getting an idea, that's one thing that I'm glad I'll have forever. I'll always have kind of a memory of when that idea happened, I'd never had that before. Anyway, it's good that we both get to make things now.
We're so lucky.
I started loving country music when I heard Shania Twain. And
Right.
she really made me fall in love with that kind of music. And, you know, as far as genre, when I sit down to write a song, I don't think,
What's the genre?
this needs
Yeah.
to be more country, this needs to be more pop, because I think that turns music into a science.
Okay, so you first listened to her, and then you play the guitar. When did you learn to play the guitar?
I started playing guitar when I was 12, and I wrote my first song that night. So I had always been obsessed with words and poetry when I was younger, and singing. And when I started playing guitar, they came together, and I started writing songs.
So you've cracked America, you know, all being well, you're going to crack the UK. I mean, what next? I mean, you're 19 and it's sort of kind of, it all seems there before you.
Wow, well, I'm really excited because I'm about to go on my first headlining tour in the US. So all the dates that we put up have sold out within minutes, and I'm so excited. It's like, I just can't wait to go out there and headline for the first time, and it's really a goal of mine to tour the world and play in all kinds of different countries and, you know, do a tour here.
Okay.
My little girl's been walking around the house for weeks singing, "We are never, ever, ever getting back together." I don't think they understand what it means.
Because they're
but it's
7 and 9,
7
and 10, yeah,
catchy.
they don't know. But I'm glad they're singing it.
They
though.
are definitely singing it. Now, I know you're not going to name the man who this was about, but I read somewhere that you said it was designed to drive the ex absolutely crazy. What is that about?
I maybe said that one place, maybe on a bad day. But I think for me, like, music is my way of understanding what I'm feeling. When I started writing songs when I was 12, I would like run to my room and write songs about a difficult day at school or something like that. And it's kind of carried me my whole life and allowed me to kind of filter through really complicated emotions and make them simple.
So what comes to you first? The scene, the feeling, the tune?
Well, it's always different. It's like sometimes it's a fragment of lyric and melody. Sometimes it's like a background vocal or a post hook or something like that. And it's like getting the first puzzle piece, and you have to at that point figure out where it fits in the grand scheme of things and fill in the rest of the song.
We have gotten all kinds of questions coming in for you on Twitter, and one of them comes from the lucky one 1313, who wanted to know which song on Red was the hardest to write emotionally.
The song All Too Well was the hardest to write because it took me a long time to filter through everything that I wanted to put in the song. It started out being probably like a 10-minute song, which you can't put on an album. And I had to filter it down to like a story that could work in the form of a song. And I called my friend and co-writer Liz Rose and I said, come over, we've got to filter this down. And it took me a really long time to get it to its final form.
So in some ways, are you writing all the time?
Yes, all the time. I wrote a new one like 2 days ago.
Wow.
It doesn't matter like if I'm preparing for a record or if I'm about to put one out. Writing is just a way that I just live and I write about the way that I'm living.
And if you were to write a song about your love life right now, happy song, sad song?
I don't really talk about my love life. I kind of sing about it a lot because I really think that it sounds more poetic and romantic with music behind it.
And it's more true to you in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's like, you know, my fans know that I'm going to give them the real version of what happened to me in my music. And they know that, you know, what they read on blogs or gossip sites or whatever may or may not be true. And they can kind of tell, like, if it's true or not because they know me.
So what have you learned about...